Testing. Hi, long time no see. I was thinking about you the other day.
Thinking about you too. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. How's your cat?
She's good.
How's your semester going?
Um, good. We're on this stupid quarter system, so we're only like week 4, so we're not even halfway there yet.
So that is a little.
But yeah, it's good. It's good. How's Delaware?
It's
Do
good.
you like your new apartment?
I do. Yeah. I like that I'm still able to come here, even though.
It's so close, yeah.
Yeah.
You like your new job?
I love it. Yeah. It could be a
It's
lot.
not new anymore. It's been a while, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's because I started at the end of June, so
Yeah.
it has been a while.
Oh my God, it's almost come up in a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey Becky. Good, how are you? So what's going on with you, Robin? Where are you going in September? Oh, nice. Is this the trip that you go every year with? No, it's a different trip. Okay.
No, that goes like every year and a half.
Okay. Okay. Well, that'll be fun. Are you going to different islands or?
No, I'm gonna go to Athens. I haven't really planned it yet.
Okay.
Flying to Athens.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Nice.
planning
Oh, that's kind of the fun part. Planning. There's a guy that comes to Larry's class sometimes on Fridays. Spiros. He and his
As I see him.
yeah, he's like older, meaning like my age. But he's also a professor at Drexel, but he's from Greece. So if you see him, yeah. Okay. Hi, good to see you. I am good. I'm with Keenan. Yeah, great. Thank you. Great. Thank you. Good to see you. So when I was, I think it was like 6th grade, I made when you take like baking soda and you make kind of your own Play-Doh that hardens. I don't know what that was. I made a model of the Parthenon. I was such a weird kid that I've always wanted to go to Athens to see the real.
She just actually left last night.
Okay.
She's coming back to work. By then, by the time I go, she'll be like,
Yeah, yeah, it'll be 6 months, you know.
but I want to do recently my 2027 trip with December is we're going to go to Mykonos.
Okay.
And that's like an island. Things to look forward to.
There's so many islands. I mean, everybody thinks of the same couple of islands to go to. What's the one with the blue and white? You know, I mean, it's like starts with an F. Yeah, 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 yeah. But you know, there's so many different islands to go to. like your kids?
They are good. We're very lucky. So being little is kind of and they're so different. Like the Venn diagram last time is very narrow, and so I think that helps you.
Are they close in age? Mel, are they close in age? Yeah. Okay, that's not bad.
Oh, yeah. How are you?
Yeah, separate, yeah. Yeah, I get it. It's interesting, my brother's 4 years older than I am. I've got, my parents are like two families. I was born when my mom was 43 and he was like, just turned 43. He was born when she was 38. But I have a sister and brother that I had when I was they adopted actually. So my brother and I grew up together. We never discussed each other, but he was 4 years older and a guy. And then after my mom, and we just kind of kept up with each other through mom. And then after mom passed, he just became the consummate big brother. I mean, he texts me almost every day. It's crazy. Where did you go?
No, you know what? He could. He has, I mean, his focus
There you go.
and his sense of urgency is so much less when you're babysitting him and like you're self-dependent.
It's interesting when they come from the same family and they grow up in the same household and they're so different. That's why. Come on, Larry.
I mean, I want him to get his license. Like, I just think, like, license-wise, like, it's an important thing to do, and I don't want him to, like.
Quick question.
I think there's
Just occurred to me.
I sort of.
Do you guys do, I mean, like, I know Maria, like, in the past, like, makes licenses, like, from, does anybody do an announcement? Well, I have, and it, like, I have a thing called Equity, which is a Spanish-speaking gathering.
I'll just tell Larry to ask her. Okay. Do you want to do it at the beginning? Okay.
Very fun. Yeah, it's one of those things where like, you're not gonna learn college, so it's kind of like, you're gonna need to get your license sometime. Just have to be that He does not know, like.
Larry cracked my back the other day. He like got behind me and did that, and it was like, yeah, and it was like, I was like, what the hell is that?
Only broad brush strokes.
That was your back.
I mean, he already goes to school. So it's that kind of knocks out.
I did it. I was telling Carrie, I waited till after this last freeze, and I went on Wednesday because I was busy Thursday and Friday, and I hate to go to those places on the weekends when they're so busy. So I did it all after the rain on Wednesday. I finished up some yesterday. Yeah, so all the plants were totally soggy and dirty.
Like, can we take a tour?
Got in there and got really muddy like a kid. Yeah, really.
Yeah. Just like.
I mean, it's gonna be
That's
50s, but
it's not
Anything you want to do today? Postures, body parts?
It's like,
Anything you want to mess with?
as opposed to like really thinking about. It's crazy though.
No requests? Where?
Child doesn't get.
Ankles. I put them both together. They don't watch the whole time.
huh?
She was like, do I have to go out here if I can handle some business? I'm like, crazy fucker. She's going to say something. I'm like, I'm handling this business. I was trying to like watch the whole time. Like.
Patricia has an announcement if you want to do it at the beginning or the end.
I'll do it again. What's up, y'all? All right, let's play around a little bit. Some glute, some TFL and IT band stuff we'll do. All right, taking a seat, close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall, all right, take a few breaths. Full breath in, complete breath out, right? A few rounds of those. And here's that moment where we say we center or we set our intention. Right, what do we want to receive from the practice? Sometimes we come to work on our poses. Sometimes we come to rehab an injury. Sometimes we come to spend some time with our yoga family, right, our kula. We honor those different things that bring us to this moment. And we're going to have those moments in our practice where sometimes it's going to be accessible. Sometimes it's going to be a little more challenging. We make the most of those times that are accessible because we know the challenge is going to be right around the corner. That's the way this game is played. Just like the times that we fire up, we're going to cool down again. But in those moments where it gets challenging, right, stay with your breath. Hold that foundation, keep the engagement, and then express the best that you can, right? It's the natural progression of life. When you meet somebody, right, you don't tell them your life story in the first sentence, right? You take a breath, and then you set a foundation, hello, right? And then you engage, right? Oh, hi, you know, my name's Larry or whatever, and then you express, oh, I do this, right? That's the way the natural progression goes. It's the same thing in our movement. We've probably had those situations where we expressed first, right? And you know that doesn't always go well. Same thing in our body. The expression part is going to be last. We're going to prepare ourselves. So when we express, it's the best that we can do. So start with your breath. Listen to yourself breathe. Or slow down the beginning of the inhale and push more on the end of the exhale. Or count out the breath. Right? Make that inhale, if it's 2 or 3 seconds, make the exhale the same 2 or 3 seconds. As you find Ujjayi breath, the air begins to rebound off the back of the throat. Now find where you need to settle into in this moment. And remember, with each breath is a new moment. So you can move to someplace else, you can back up, you can move forward, wherever you need to be. As the breath turns to movement, the next inhale, the arms lift. And the exhale brings the fingertips and the knuckle pads to root, and the heels of the hands lightly touch. As the breath now goes to that space between our palms. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om. All together. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our hearts. Our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's go child's pose. I don't think I started there this week yet. So child's pose, toes touch, right? Big toes are touching, knees are wide to the edges of your mat, arms are up overhead. Now, we use child's pose a few different ways. I use it a little here as the warm-up, so we're going to energize it a little bit. So what you do is take a breath, right? We got the foundation set up, so now we're going to start to energize it a little bit, engage it. So you're going to claw into the floor and hug your hands in, and you're going to feel some energy starting to come up your arms. You're going to lift your forearms off the mat. You're going to lift your inner biceps up off the mat. And now you're going to feel the difference between lifting your inner biceps and your outer biceps. When our outer biceps lift and the inner biceps drop, our shoulder disengages off the back body. In the arms overhead. When you lift your inner biceps up, you should feel good integration. The arm connected. Now slide the forehead off the mat so you start to engage the muscles in the back of the neck. We want that. Think your head hangs all day. Right here, we're going to start getting those muscles in the back of the neck to fire up a little bit. You're also going to feel your upper back starting to come neutral, right? Neutral thoracic extension. Extension would be like a back bend. We're not going there, right? We're just looking for Tadasana or mountain pose in the upper back. So pull your pelvic floor in and pull your belly button towards your spine and pull your shutters closed. Now, as the arms lift up, as the back of the neck slides to the ceiling, soften the chest down towards the mat. And then as you look forward, walk your hands to the right side of your mat. We want to root the left sit bone to the left heel. And then we want to breathe up that left side body. So we're peeling above the hip there. We're rooting the hip down into the heel. Big inhale on the left side of the ribs to like the front left corner of the mat. You're going to feel like the ribs expand open with breath. And then when you walk to the right a little bit more towards the bricks, you're going to feel them peel. And then inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. When you're ready, walk your hands towards the left. This time you're going to take that nice breath in the right side of the ribs to the front right corner of the mat. And then as the hands walk to the left, you feel the peel. You can do that with every breath, right? Inhale is going to expand and make space, and exhale is going to move into the space. Next inhale, come back to center. Take a breath. When you're ready, next inhale, come up all fours, hands and knees. Hands an inch or two in front of your shoulders, knees an inch or two behind your hips. Build up that low mountain, right? We're in a pose right now. This is a pose, low mountain. You want to fire this up. So curl the toes. Start to sweep the inner heels out because they're going to try to fall in. Hug the shins in. Pull your heels to your butt. So now the legs are fiery right up into the hips. Hug the hands in, forearms in. Squeeze your biceps. Now we're up into the shoulder, the chest, the upper back. Pull your pelvic floor in. Pull your belly button in. Pull those shutters closed. And now breathe. Yes, when you're ready, cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back. Look to your belly. Lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Inhale, arch. Your exhale, round. Move with your breath, right? We counted the breath out earlier, so if it was 2 seconds to inhale, 2 seconds to move through the arch. 2 seconds to exhale, 2 full seconds as we round into the back. So the breath becomes that tempo, right? I always say that to y'all. Let the breath be the tempo, the pace. Now, unlike a song is, or should be, our pace is going to change sometimes, right? As our heart rate comes up, your breath is going to start to go a little bit faster, so your movement might go slightly faster. It will never be real drastic because we're not going to jog or run, right? So we're not going to take our heart rate that high, but we'll still be controllable. But you'll feel how it's dynamic and it moves with you. One more, and then come to a neutral position, so find that flat back. Take that right hand behind your head. Inhale is going to take the elbow to the sky. Exhale takes it across to the eye of that left elbow. Inhale, take the elbow to the sky. Drive the right knee down into the mat. And then exhale, take it across. So we want to do opposing forces. Let's do 5. All right, so we're on 3. As the elbow goes to the sky, you drive the knee down so the hip doesn't lift up. If the hip lifted up, right, that would be the twist going below the waist, and twists are above the waist. After your 5, lower the right hand down, take a breath. Left hand behind your head. Inhale takes the elbow to the sky. Exhale takes it across the body. Think of the 2 or 3 second thing. After your 5, we'll meet back in the low mountain. Take your time. Work on your breath. I'll always be ahead of you, but we'll all be pretty close as we move. Not the same, but pretty close. Then from the all fours. All right, tiger pose is going to take the heel up to the sky, and we're going to look up. I'm pushing the ceiling up, not this. So I got to hug into the inside of that thigh. Exhale, lower it, right? So it'll be inhale up. Exhale, we're going to bring it to the knee, the chin, of the chest, but just pause for a minute. All right? So if you feel like it's a little tough to work the upper and the lower body, I'm really going for the hip. So work the heel up. Come on, let's try. Set it up. Inhale, take that heel to the sky like you're holding the ceiling up. Exhale, bring the knee to the chin or the chest. Inhale takes the heel to the sky. Exhale to the chin or chest. Let the knee just kind of rub the mat as it goes through. Let's do 7 on this one, all right? We're trying to activate the back of the hip. We're getting the glutes to work. We're getting that lateral hamstring to kick on. That's the outside one, bicep femoris. After your 7, lower that right knee down, take a breath, and then we'll go left heel to the sky. Keep sweeping the inner heel out. See, this is going to want to happen, this. So you got to sweep this way. Think of your toes pointing straight back to the wall behind you. Yep, when you're ready for side 2, lower the right leg down and then work your side 2. So we're activating the hip and we're undulating through the spine a little bit. Keep that knee bent like a 90-degree angle. After your 7 on side 2, nice. We'll meet back in the low mountain. Nice, y'all. You hit that low mountain, take a few breaths. This is full on. I haven't done this to her in a while, but if I try to move Drina here, you can see she goes nowhere. She's hugging every muscle into a bone. That's called stability, right? We're stabilizing ourselves. That's our core. That's an isometric engagement, so without movement. When you're ready, step back to plank. Now build off that, right? Plank's a little more challenging because we moved away now, right? We extended. But same idea. Keep pushing down and feel the upper back stay open and broad. Don't let the shoulder blades collapse to the midline. And then lift the hips, push back to downward dog. Remember the 2 or 3 second thing. Now, first one, pedal the heels, swivel. If you want to bend the knees, bend the knees. But take a look at your hands. Make sure they're shoulders width apart. We don't want to be any narrower. Just like we did before, forearms lift up away from the mat, inner biceps lift up away from the mat. Slide the back of your neck forward to where the ceiling and the wall meet, or look towards the heels of your hands. Remember, your head does not need to hang right now. It hangs all day when you're stuck looking at your phone or your computer. Here we want to work the muscles in the back of the neck. That's going to then turn into your thoracic spine, the muscles in your middle upper back. Pull your pelvic floor in, pull your belly button in, pull your shutters closed. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, drive forward to plank. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Keep it going. Let's do 5. As you come forward to plank, keep reaching back out of your heels. You never want your feet to come past straight up and down. We don't ever go to plantar flexion in this. Only dorsiflexion and then neutral. On this last one, as you come forward, let the exhale lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. So drag those hands back to you to keep the belly pulling forward. The shoulders are going to go back like you're squeezing the marshmallow between the shoulder blades, and then you're going to take your shoulders down away from your ears. And then lower the chest, push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Exhale, lower your knees. Sit back on your heels. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Fill your ribs up with breath. Exhale, take the shoulders back. So it goes like this. Here is dorsiflexion, where my toes are closer to my shins. I'm reaching my heels back behind me. Right? When I go to chaturanga, I go here. I never go here. There's no power here, right? So we're here, then I come forward, chaturanga. Make sense? Come on, let's try it. Exhale, release. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down, all fours. So the big thing is you got to line this shit up. It's easy to be too long here. So step back to plank. You want your shoulders on top of your wrist crease, and then you can reach back out of your heels. Yep, now keep that space. Lift the hips, push back to downward dog. Yeah. Now, as you come forward to plank, keep reaching back out of your heels. So inhale, come forward. There. Now, as you lower chaturanga, come forward in your feet so they're straight up and down. Yes, and then come in cobra, baby cobra. Yeah, take 3 breaths. Awesome, yo. That little bit turns into a lot throughout the whole practice. Y'all do a lot of vinyasas with me, right? So we're going to do a bunch of these. When you're ready, lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. Take the right hand to the outside of the left calf or shin. Take the twist here in downward dog. So you want to push your left hand down and forward so the weight starts going back towards your legs. Maybe peek under that left arm. Inhale, unwind, place the hand down, take a breath. When you're ready, left to the outside or right or whatever your side 2 is. So keep pushing that right hand down and forward. And as the chest works back to the toenails, you get the weight in the legs. It makes it a little more accessible. Not easy. Inhale, unwind. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. Now think when you pop back to chaturanga, sit bones to your heels. Like belly in, sit bones down. We'll meet back in downward dog. You feel how it holds that lumbar a little bit more? I feel like that was one of the most important things I fixed for myself, was that little like anterior pelvic tilt. We're just talking about anterior pelvic tilt, the way your belly button wants to fall to the floor in a plank or in the chaturanga. Got to keep belly button to spine. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. So we're high on the fingertips of the blocks here. Our front knee is going to stack up on top of our ankle, and we're going to track it in line with that second toe, the one next to your big toe. So if your knee's blowing out the side, you're going to hug in a little bit, right? If it's collapsing in, so I see more generally, you might want to widen it out a little bit. Back foot, if you feel like you can hold the thigh up, then you want to reach the heel back. But if you need to, stay high on the ball of the foot, right? And that'll give you a little more power. Now keep pushing down and hugging in, so you're ripping the feet together. You're keeping the back heel sweeping out, which then draws the left hip forward and neutral with the right. The pelvic floor pulls up, the belly button draws in, the shutters close. The heart's reaching out front, the throat's back, right? Gaze is in front of the mat. And now with all that, inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 1, crescent. Keep that back heel sweeping out. And you go back to root chakra, so pelvic floor, and you reach up. You even go past the crown. Take your thumbs and reach them to the sky. You'll feel the backs of the arms start to connect. And now if you want to curl back a little bit. If it feels better to stay straight up, stay straight up. One more breath. Exhale the hands down, left hand stays down, right elbow draws back as it reaches to the sky. Take the twist. Reach back out of the heel. Reach forward out of your knee. Forward out of the crown of the head. Open the chest, one more breath, and then inhale, come back to center, place the hand down, step back, downward dog, move through one vinyasa, your breath. So flow a little bit. The flow is another challenge, right? We're linking another pose up. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. how close your hands are to the floor is determined by your spine. Is your spine flat and neutral? Then we go lower to the floor. If we feel like this is happening, this is the misalignment of life, right, in our upper back, then we're going to boost up on the blocks or your fingertips, whatever you need to. The weight's in the legs. So just have your connection to the blocks, right? Don't bear any weight down in your arms. It's all in the legs. We start pushing down and we start hugging in, like powerful engagements here. And we draw up. Now, the extension in this pose is reach back out of the heel, reach forward out of the knee, reach forward out of the crown of the head, breathe and expand side to side, right? But all that, then the next inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. Bend into the lead knee if it moved back a little bit on you. Square the hip forward if you need to. Like you're squeezing a beach ball between your forearms, hug in. Yep. Now reach up. Now maybe curl back. And as you go back, go up and back, not back and down. Yeah, so we make space on each inhale, and the exhale, we move into it. One more breath. Exhale the hands down to the floor. This time the right hand stays down. Don't let that right hip drop on you. Remember we talked about that earlier. Twists aren't below the waist, they're above, specifically in your thoracic spine, your middle upper back. Your right arm, spin your shoulder back. It's going to try to do this. You got to go this way. Shoulder back. Maybe start to look up the arm and play with the balance. Now soften that thigh down to the floor. Keep going. Yeah, like you're bending the knee. Yeah, and then reach the heel back. Awesome. Inhale, come back to center, place the hand down, downward dog, move through one vinyasa, your breath. Full breath in, complete breath out. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Charge those legs so it goes belly button in, sit bones down. Now maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Bring your arms in front, plug them in, take the right arm across the body, let the left arm come up to meet. Now see how far my shoulder is back? This is what wants to happen. And that's your arm disengaged out of the socket. So you want to keep it plugged in, and you just come across the midline. And there's a little stretch along this medial delt here. That's your middle shoulder muscles where you'll feel that. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms in front. Make sure they're set. Then the left comes across the body. The right supports it. Don't let that arm pull out of the socket. And then right here is that little stretch. The rest of your body, full on Tadasana, mountain pose. Every muscle hugging the bone. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Take that right hand behind your back. Bring your left hand to your elbow. Keep the hips from coming forward. This would be the misalignment. So we got to go this way. See, even if I'm leaning forward, I want to stand up tall here in my middle upper back. So if I push my head into my forearm, I can use that little feedback to stand up tall through my spine. These are called your spinal erectors. Sounds like something's going to keep us tall, right? We want to work right here. Exhale, release. Inhale your arms up. Swap side two. So it's heels back, inner thighs back, sacrum back. Sacrum wants to come forward, right? Sacrum back. Shutters closed, so you engage the top of the abdominal wall there. And then as you push your head into your forearm, you feel the back of the neck engage. You feel that connection to the upper back as you stay nice and tall. Yep. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Now for the arms and the shoulders in this pose, we worked on this last week. You want to make sure that you're keeping your arms plugged in the sockets as you reach down to the floor. What tends to happen is the arm wants to pull out of the socket and the little rotator cuff's hanging on for dear life as we reach for the floor. Doesn't matter if your hands get to the floor. What matters is you work in alignment, right? You keep the integration. So short arms, maybe a little micro bend in your elbows, or even bend your elbows so you know that they're not pulling out of the sockets, and feel that connection. Inhale, look forward, charge the legs. So you push into the heels, sweep the inner heels out, hug the shins in, pull your heels to your butt, your knees to your waist. Look forward as you drag the fingers back to your toes like your spine's pulling forward, and fold again. You'll notice you'll get a little closer to the ground, or maybe you could lower your block a little bit. Some of you are going to go palms flat. Some of you are going to go back of the hands flat. This is wherever you want to play. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take a big reach, and then sit back into Utkatasana chair. So we want to go butts back first. That turns on glute medius and piriformis. When this happens, quads first. See my heels? They cannot be light. They have to be heavy. So I got to go this way. See, my toes can be light, no problem. Now sit back a little bit deeper. Charge the legs up. Core, lift those arms, sit back deeper. Yep, legs, core, arms, sit back deeper. Awesome, push down, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. The in chair pose we're trying to feel, or a squat, is going to be glutes and quads. In a hinge, it's going to be glutes and hamstrings. So if you were to come up now from this pose, you would feel your glutes and your hamstrings. If you were to come up from your chair, you're feeling your glutes and your quads. And there's a big difference in that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog, move through your vinyasa 3 times. So here's that flow again, right? We challenge ourselves with the flow. Use every bit of that 2 or 3 seconds for each pose. In life, 2 or 3 seconds isn't always a long time, right? But in yoga it is. There's a lot of shit you can adjust in 2 or 3 seconds in these poses. We'll meet back in downward dog. Full breath in, complete breath out. Keep pushing your hands down and forward. Keep the chest working back towards the toenails. Keep looking towards the heels of your hands. Because if your chin falls to the midline and your neck starts to hang, your upper back's going next. It's all connected, right? Keep breathing here. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge, spin the back heel, come up extended side angle, Utthita Parsvakonasana. Balance beam pose, right? Front heels in line with your back arch, so make a line down your mat. Like if your mat had a line on it, like this, your heel would be on it, and your arch would be on it. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Your front toes are facing 12. Your back toes are just past 9, on their way to 10. We root the back thigh back, so like you're sticking your butt back on that left side. Go like a hair longer. Bicep right along the cheek here. Yeah. Now, open that right side body up. This wants to happen. It's not side crescent. Open that side body up. Now, go sit bone down to heel, so you open the inner thigh, or sweep your heel towards the wall over here and the knee will peel to the bricks. If you want to go hand down to the block or the floor, go for it. If you want to rotate open, it's top of ribs back and the bottom of the ribs forward. One more breath. Push into the front heel. Inhale, come up tall, warrior two. The palm comes up. Slide back into that reverse warrior. Remember the 2 or 3 seconds. It's easy to dump back into this pose in 1 second. That's not your breath. You're not, right? It's still pretty smooth here. The front knee comes forward to stack on top of the ankle again. Now remember we did this before in child's pose. Big inhale on the right side of the ribs to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the front of the room. So the exhale, you can peel back and get that peel right off the hip bone. Inhale, come back up, warrior two, take a breath. Spin the hands down to the floor, spin the back heel up, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to say. You're welcome. Look, y'all have been with me I know some of y'all in here with me for many, many years, right? Y'all know what you're coming for. We're here to make ourselves stronger, right? That's what we do here. That's what I do with y'all, right? We all do some different things. With you, with me, strength. Yeah, the mobility comes with it, right? But this is how we make ourselves stronger. It's called time under tension, right? The longer the muscles are under tension, the stronger that they get. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, spin that back heel, come up, extended side angle. Actually, last night I told everybody, right? That is kind of the, in a weird way, the reward for y'all getting so strong and being good at your poses, right? We got to keep moving the edge. If we keep doing the same shit over and over, that's not getting us anywhere, right? So when I watch y'all and the pose looks good, we got to keep going, right? We got to keep pushing that edge a little bit. But we do it intelligently, right? That's the idea in yoga. Now work from that right thigh. The left knee might pull in because these are the muscles we're stretching. Open the left side body so we can clear the hip. Now we can go sit bone to heel and start to open the inside of the thigh. When the hand goes to the floor, either inside or outside the foot, if that's your flavor, the rotation is belly and shutters, top of the ribs go back, bottom of the ribs go forward. One more breath. Yeah, see, y'all look awesome. Push into your front heel. Come up tall into the warrior two. Pause. Yep, full round of breath. Next inhale for 2 or 3 seconds, the palm goes up. This is a different breath. Exhale 2 or 3 seconds, curl back. That's how you slow the shit down. I always tell you, I think that's one of the most challenging things we do. We try to move with our breath. And we want to rush, right? We're hustlers. We're moving through. We're making the most of each moment here. But we got to remember, the idea is to stay with your breath. Now, big breath on the left side of the ribs. You feel the expansion, so you curl back on it. Yep. And then inhale comes back to warrior two. Spin the hands down as the back heel comes up. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. What do I always tell you? Balance, right? So when you get back to downward dog, exhale, lower your knees, take a little break. Awesome. That's the game, right? We push a little bit, and then we chill, and we recover. And then we push a little bit, and then we recover. Vajrasana would be sitting back on your heels. You want to go child's pose, go for it. You want to grab a drink, whatever feels good. You know, this is one of those things in life that we do where like the work is the reward, right? That's kind of how the game goes. All right, let's, actually while we're here, let's go. I've done this with most of y'all, I don't think everybody, but the idea is that we're all gonna meet in child's pose, right? Before you go down, you could just watch if you're not sure. So I'm here. Now this is a little bit dynamic as we move through the insides of the thighs. So we're gonna inhale, come up, and then we're gonna exhale, soften our pelvis, like all fours with your knees, like with your knees wide, and you come back up all fours with the knees wide, and exhale, sit bones to heel. So inhale, come forward, the exhale will soften, I'm moving fast. Inhale will push up, and the exhale will push back, okay? Now we gotta do that with our breath. So it should take 2 or 3 seconds to do all these, right? So set yourself up, child's pose. For 2 or 3 seconds, whatever your breath is, inhale, come forward like all fours with your knees wide. For 2 or 3 seconds, exhale, soften your pelvis towards the floor. For 2 or 3 seconds, inhale, push up. Yep, all fours with your knees wide. And then for 2 or 3 seconds, exhale, push back. Keep going, your breath now. Stay with it. Yeah, awesome. That's a nice pace. Let's do 2 more. After your 2, we'll meet back in child's pose. Take a couple breaths there. And then when you're ready, we'll meet all fours, hands and knees. When you're ready, step back to plank. And then push back to downward dog. Inhale the right leg straight back, come forward, right knee to left elbow, kick the leg out to the side. Push back like you're pushing back towards downward dog. Now drag the leg back to the right, and there's the TFL on the IT band. I seen that little request for that falling star, so come forward, shoulders to wrist crease. Spin to the inside of the left foot, draw the left elbow back, maybe reach up to the sky. Right bicep, keep turning it forward towards me, towards the front of the room, so you feel the shoulder root back. I see that we've been working on that inner thigh. Maybe lift that right leg off the floor. Yes, lower the leg. Inhale, unwind, take the right leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet, and then lower down, take a breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Come forward, left knee to right elbow. Kick the leg out to the side, outside of the foot to the floor. Now push back towards downward. You don't want shoulders on top of wrist crease. You want to work your chest back towards like your right shins there, your right shin. And then as you drag the leg and even the hip back to the left, you feel that stretch from the hip down the out, like where the seam of your pants would be. And then to play with the arm balance, we inhale, come forward. Now the shoulders stack on top of the wrist. We spin to the inside of that right foot. As the right elbow draws back, we keep spinning the left bicep forward. We should feel stronger. And then if you want to adduct that left leg off the floor, go for it. Maybe even look up. Lower the leg if it's there. Awesome. Unwind that left leg. Reach it back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Lower it down. Inhale, come forward to plank. This is one of those hard moments. Settle into it. Let me get in here with you. Shoulders on top of wrist crease, and we're reaching out of our heels. See my upper back? Nice and open. Like, this is too much, right? But like, this shit isn't enough. I have to be here, like I'm pushing down, and I feel myself lifting up away from the mat. Keep sweeping your inner heels out. You want to play a little bit? Lift the right leg up, just like maybe about like 6 inches off the floor. Take it to the right side of the mat. Touch the toe down. Bring it back up. Cross it over. Yes, touch the outside of the mat. Bring it back up, back to center. Lift the left leg up. Keep breathing. Trina's watching the clock for you, don't worry. Touch the outside. Yep. Come across, over the leg. Touch. Back to center. We there? Almost. We're there, right?
Yep.
And then from here, lower to your bellies. Awesome, y'all. All right, take your hands underneath your head. Turn your head to one side. Well-deserved rest, right, for sure. Awesome. And that little shake in your arms, right? That's the good shit right there. That's what we're trying to collect. Do some butt wiggles if that feels good. Reverse windshield wipers if you want. Just help clears the low back. And then inhale your head to center. Swap the hands. Turn your head to the other side. You can keep going with your butt wiggles or your reverse windshield wipers if that feels good. Come to neutral. Your right hand's underneath your chest. Bend your left knee. Reach back. Grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. Quad stretch. Before you pull your heel to your butt too far, you got to neutralize your pelvis. So we want to engage our hamstrings. Now your left knee is bent, so you're engaging that hamstring, but you want to pull your heels to your butt and your butt to your heels. Now bring your belly button to your spine and bring your pubic bone into the mat, or sit bones to the backs of your knees, however you want to think, front or back of your pelvis. Now draw the heel towards the sit bone. If you still feel this in your low back, bring your forehead to your forearm, and that should help clear that all the way. But your quads attach here at your hip bone. So as you stretch them, they're trying to pull your belly button to the floor, and you got to keep bringing your belly button to your spine. This mindful shit is tough, right? That's what makes this different from different modalities of exercise that we go to. Watch the boing as you release, swap. I mean, all your exercise should be in alignment, but things like AMRAP, right? How many reps can you possibly do? That's where things tend to wander. Here, we're super focused on everything that we do. So then as you reach back, before I pull my heel all the way, I go hamstrings, engage, belly button in, sit bones to the backs of the knees, or junk to the yoga mat, right? Pubic bone, if you're not sure where that's at, junk to the yoga mat. Now draw your heel towards your sit bone. And that will just intensify the quad stretch. Watch the boing as you release. Place the hands middle of your chest, nipple line. Take the shoulders back, curl the toes. Core. Knees count on this. When you're ready, pop up chaturanga, take a full round of breath. Then push up the plank, take a full round of breath. Then push back to downward dog. Nice, y'all. That was just something that I introduced to y'all years ago as just a way I played in my own practice. And now I watch all y'all nail that, like continuously. That's how we get stronger, right? That's how we build. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front. Come into side plank. Turn the bicep forward. Maybe spread the toes. Inhale, lift the left leg towards the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale it up. Remember your breath. Exhale, lower down. Lead with the outer heel, not the pinky toe. One more. And then when you lower the leg, inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Take a breath. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Stack the right foot on top or in front. The bicep forward is the integration. That's the friends in the game. We want that. You want to stay here, stay here. If you want to lift the legs, spread the toes. Lead with the outer heel. Keep your hips up, hips up, hips up. Do the 3, stay with your breath. Challenging moment for sure. When you're ready, lower the leg. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. When you get back to downward dog, exhale, lower your knees. Bring your knees to the midline so that they touch. Take your right leg over your left. Take your feet apart. Sit back between your heels. Now we're really in the sides of the hip here. We want to work the bottom side first. Feel how the top side, the right, is kind of trying to float off the mat a little bit for some of us. If we take our hand and we want to go down to this left side, pull the sit bone back and out to the side. So those are two different actions. Then we're going to do the same thing to this right side, back and out. And now this side got a little bit closer to the floor, even maybe rooted a little bit better. If you need to always sit up on a blanket or bolster, go for it. Now here we're in the hips. Some of us might want to stay here. We'll just stay in the hips. If you want to work cow facing Gomukhasana, we warmed up the arms earlier. So if the right knee is up, we need the left elbow to be up. So we're going to go left arm in front, plug it in. We're going to bend and we're going to reach behind us. Your right hand's going to come out to the side. The fingernails are going to go forward. Bend your elbow. Wiggle your hand up till you clasp your hand. Or drop your strap from your left hand into your right. Now, like we did before, push your head into your forearm. Yeah, use that to engage the muscles in the neck, the muscles through the spine, and sit up nice and tall. In your feet, spread your toes. In your legs, hug in. In your spine, nice and tall. One more breath. Watch the boing as you release. Unwind the legs as you come back up, all fours, and then just start with your knees together. This time we're going to take left over right. The feet are going to go apart. We're going to sit back between our heels. See, if you're tight on the back of the hip, like I am, see how my knees want to pull apart? That's what tends to happen. Because we're stretching these muscles, right? We're taking them across the body, and this is a challenge for it. So you just boost up or hug in a little bit more. Now we go to the right side, back and out, then the left. Yep. And then the right arm plugs in and we reach behind. The left goes out to the side, fingernails forward. Now, if you're, bend your elbow, wiggle your hand up. If your hand doesn't touch, you got to take this right shoulder blade to the wall behind you. That's how you're going to get your hands to touch. The left one's done. The range of motion in the shoulders, it's at its end range. So you're not going to get anything more out of that. It's this right arm, you'll keep plugging back, and you'll notice the hands will get a little closer or maybe even clasp. And then I use that little feedback to sit up tall. Yep. And then breathe. Beautiful poses, y'all. Watch the boing. Unwind. Then the legs, spin around here, come to a seated position. Bend your right leg, bring it kind of like to the outside of the hip. Bring your left foot into either the crease of your elbow, or your right hand will go under your ankle, and your left hand will go underneath your calf. See how I could sit up a little taller here? This would be a little more challenging. Push out of your big toe mound and pull the pinky toe side of the foot back. Your foot wants to do this, it wants a sickle. So you got to work the foot. And then baby cradle, the leg can go side to side a little bit if that feels good. Now we're in the back of the hip and down the back of the leg a little bit. If you want to stay here, stay here. You want to do the arm balance, Astavakrasana, you're going to lift your left leg up. We're going to take it high on our arm. And we're going to squeeze our arm between our leg. Otherwise, this is going to happen. So I got to squeeze. Now, place your hands down, just like downward dog. No different than how you put them in downward dog. Here's some core. Right ankle over left. Right over left. Feet to the outside of the hand. Now, you got to bend both elbows. I always see this with the right one. You got to bend both. You're going to bring your chest forward. You're going to squeeze the inside of the thigh on the back of the arm. You're going to take that right shoulder back. Yep. Yep. And then when you're ready, unwind. We'll meet back seated. Let's swap side too. So I'm going to bend this left. I'm going to bring right, either ankle and calf. You know one's not better than the other. Wherever you want to play, wherever your moment's asking you. But stay active here. I always tell y'all, knees work awesome this way and terrible this way. And we're putting it in this position. So that means we have to engage it, right, and keep it safe. Teacher trainers, what's the definition of muscle energy? Yeah, an engagement to support a joint. Yep, that's it. So when we're putting our knee in this position, it's not loose and unengaged. It's like as much as I have, right? I gotta squeeze and hold that in place. I just always ask the teacher trainers just as like something fun, but I'm sure a lot of you know the answer because you've heard me talk about it before. Little side to side. It's like when I'm asking core muscles and I'm like, what's the core muscle that runs up your spine? How many times you heard me say multifidus over the years? Many, right? One or two. All right, so we stay here if this feels good to us. If we want to take the leg up, we're going to go under. If you've never done the pose, Astavakrasana, and you went like this today, success. Further than last time, right? We can build on this. We place our hands, left goes over right, feet to the outside of the hand, bend both elbows, think chaturanga. Keep going forward. Squeeze your thighs together. Yes, like you're reaching your feet towards the brick wall. And take that left shoulder back. Nice, y'all. Awesome. Yep. Beautiful. All right, grab your mats. Find a spot on the wall. We'll go upside down. Nice. I see you work. You all right? Lat?
Don't know if it's my lat or rotator cuff, but since I told you about it, I've had this like pain in my right shoulder, so like I'm afraid to go upside down and support my body weight.
Well, you know, it's going to be tough to take the arm overhead if that lat's tight too. So, but we did some lat stretches today, so. You're trying to protract more. Yeah. Which is to keep the upper back. Yeah, it's really about, you know, where's the shoulder blade, right, in that position. I know I have a lot of problem with this. This is a bad shoulder. I have the bursus just messed up, so it just doesn't go smooth. But the one thing I notice is that I have to kind of keep this connection. But I want to go too much and try to pin it back, and I try to get that lat in. It's almost too much. It's finding where that neutral space is.
That's what I kind of think is going on, and then I want to try and fix it myself instead of going to PT.
Yeah, me too. It's hard to fix yourself sometimes, man. It's tough. All right, so if you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back. Knees are bent. Interlace your hands behind your back of your thigh. Reach your heel to the sky. Take a bunch of breaths. Swap side two. If you are in the studio or at home, it's not your day to invert. You're always welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you. I'm going to talk everyone through downward dog and L pose. Those either want to do handstand, headstand, tripod, pinch your mind, anything you want to mess with, go for it. Okay? Trina's walking around. She'll give you a hand right away if you have any questions with inversions. I'm going to get everybody up, and then once I get them up, I'll come around if you need me as well. All right? So if you want to go on your own, go for it. If you're going to stick with me, all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. So we're in that low mountain where we started at today. We're going to take a breath. We're going to lift the knees so we're in like a short downward dog. We're going to step one foot up the wall and then the second foot up the wall. If the knees are bent, we're in downward dog inverted. If the legs are straight, we're in L pose. So we can play between them. You want your thighs to be parallel with the floor there. Awesome. And you stay as long as you want. When you're ready to come down, you come down, take a couple breaths, maybe you try again. We'll be here for a good minute and a half still, so take your time. Mm-hmm. Don't kick. Don't kick. Push down in my hand. Go.
Thank you.
I'm not going to pass up a little tricep extension. I need that shit. Summer's coming. All right. Now, keep your chest coming to me. Keep your one foot on the wall and bring that other foot up because you're in like the banana. Keep coming till you feel a crease in your thigh. Keep coming. No, keep the other foot on the wall. Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. So think like, Shosh, can I kick in right there next to you? Sorry, keep going. I'll hold this little space. So I'm here, right? I go like this, see how I'm in the banana? So I go chest forward so my arms are really overhead. Maybe even look to my belly so I can reconnect to that. And see, this leg has to come way out here till there's a crease in my hip. If there's no crease in my hip, that means I'm in thighs forward. So I bring this forward this way. Now, when I get this set, now I can bring this one forward. So that I'm kind of working from that neutral position before I kind of then stress ass overhead, like, and try to really work the inversion. Make sense? Yeah. So it's ultimately thighs back. Yeah. Come on, keep going. 30 seconds or so. We were just talking about thighs back, and as you're working away from the wall, right, leave the one foot off on the wall, take the other foot off the wall, bring the thigh to neutral, then scissor that other leg off the wall. Now scissor to that space. It was a hair too much, but that's the idea, to crease at the hip. It would be belly button and sit bones to the backs of your. So remember, a handstand is this. Tadasana, upside down. It's mountain pose. It's this, right? Except it's over arms overhead and upside down. But same idea that you want to get in mountain pose, you want to try to feel in handstand, but it's ass overhead, so things change, right? It makes it a little more challenging. All right, let's meet on our backs. All right, let's meet on our backs. So we'll do a couple back bends. I'll talk you first into bridge, then into wheel, but you all know if you want to do supported bridge, always on tap, take that block underneath your sacrum, you can work from there, okay? I'll first talk you into the bridge and then the wheel. It's on the second one, but if you want to do 2 bridges or 2 wheels, whatever feels good to you. So, we're on our backs, knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Feet are hips width apart, and they're parallel like train tracks. The tendency is the heels want to spin in, so you might have to spin them out. Now charge your legs up, so you're going to push down into your feet. You're going to sweep your inner heels out. You're going to hug your shins in. You're going to pull your heels to your butt. The pulling the heels to the butt is the big part. That's the hamstrings, to pull the bottom of the pelvis down. Now bring your belly button to your spine. Keep your shutters closed with the head and the shoulders back. Slowly lift your hips. Think of the 2 or 3 seconds. When we go fast is when we tend to go too far. We still got to keep the thighs back here, right? So in this instance, if you lift your hips too high, you go thighs forward, right? We got to keep the thighs back. So the one thing you'll notice is if you lift your hips too far in this pose, your knees will splay. That's how you'll know you're going a little bit too far. The idea is that you're going to bring your inner thighs in and down. So like internal rotation, not just adduction. One more breath. And then stay engaged as you lower down, take the feet wide, let the knees touch. One hand on your heart and one hand on your low belly. I can't really think of anything that we're like thighs forward, right? Like, not really where the integration goes. Now on the second one, I'll first talk you into bridge and then wheel, but feel free to play wherever feels good to you. All right, inhale, open the knees, reset the feet. Bring the arms along the sides. Charge the legs up, charge the core up. With the head and the shoulders back, slowly lift the hips. Now, if you want to stay in bridge, awesome. If you want to go into wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat and turn your hands out so that your elbows go in line with the outside of your shoulders. Now, plug your shoulders back. Push down and come up. Nice, y'all. If you need to make that curve a little longer, so make it more accessible, lift your heels up. When the curve is longer, right, it's going to give us a little more freedom. Maybe pump your heart towards the wall you're looking at and feel those shoulders slide onto your back even a little bit more. One more breath. Everybody stay engaged as you lower down. Feet go wide, knees touch. If your right hand was on your heart, left hand on your heart, opposite hand on your low belly. Awesome. And then open the knees and windshield wiper side to side. Come to neutral, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Make a couple small circles on your low back if that feels good. Come to neutral. With your knees bent, lower your feet to the floor. Get to the outside of the hip again here. Inhale the right leg up, cross it over the left. Nice and tight, just like we did before. Now let the hips go to the right a little bit as your knees settle to the left. Pull your belly button in and your shutters closed, and you're going to feel the spine get tall and twist into that right shoulder. Keep it nice and rooted to the mat. Nice rotation through the spine here. Obliques and your spinal erectors. That's why I always say to y'all, pull your bellies in and your shutters closed, because the ribs just want to manipulate and kind of simulate a twist. We want to rotate the spine. Inhale, come back to center, unwind the legs. When you're ready, the left leg goes up. We cross it nice and tight. The hips are going to go to the left. That just keeps you on your mat. And then your knees are going to settle towards the right. And then we breathe up out of the waist. Maybe we look away from the bent knees. Keep the side body long here. You feel this in your psoas? I mean, you are in flexion. You feel it stretch. It would be engaging. Yeah, because the hip is in flexion. Oh, was that you, Robin? Yeah, because the hips, and you should feel like an engagement because it. Well, yeah, so it does attach here. It would be like here and here. Yeah. Inhale, come back to center. I'm not gonna say you wouldn't, but it's not where I tend to feel it. I tend to feel it more through the outside of the hip and in my spine, but I could see kind of where you're getting that. Yeah, you get it off of here? Right here. Yeah. And then take your legs out straight, reach your arms up overhead. Dude, psoas is a crazy muscle, right? Like, it's your main hip flexor. It's super powerful, right? But it creates a misalignment. It helps initiate all that anterior pelvic tilt. A weak psoas then has a weak low back, right? So like there's a lot of things that psoas can kind of throw out of whack. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, big stretch, big reach. Feel all that space you made. We'll work on, maybe next week we could play with some psoas stuff. And then hug your knees to your chest, take your knees wide, come to happy baby. Yeah. Hence the whole muscle of the soul thing, right? Like, yeah, it's deep. And then you can rock side to side. You can reach one leg out, both legs out, whatever feels good. When you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. And here as we lay back, we let the legs stretch out. Let the feet gently roll open. As the arms come along the sides, we let the open palm turn to the sky and we feel the shoulders settle back. We let our head rest back. Maybe we let our eyes close and the tongue soften from the roof of the mouth. As we let the body get heavy. Here's where we let go, we submit. This is the balance to all that hard work. As the body gets heavy, the mind gets light, it softens back to the breath. Each exhale clears and removes, makes space. Each inhale draws in something new. And the heart opens. The heart gets ready to move the practice into the yoga of life, the practice of life. Where there will be many challenges. But just like we said earlier, we take a breath, we set a foundation, we engage, and we express the best that we have. If we need to take another breath, we do. We try again. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feel the breath as it's washing over the body, your toes, your fingers, the crown of your head, through your heart, as we reawaken that better version of ourselves. Crisper, clearer, more in tune, more aware, more prepared. As the fingers and the toes wiggle, let the arms and the legs stretch or reach, or move in that way that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly and consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest. And just roll to the right side. Take your hands underneath your head, make a little pillow, and take a few breaths here as you reacclimate. When you're ready, you can push your hands down, come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed, with our hands in front of our hearts. And one time together to seal in our practice, our time together. With our kula, the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, y'all. Anybody have anything to announce?
Trisha.
Does anybody want to practice or learn Spanish? If anybody does, we're going to do we can tell, we're going to do a 5-session thing in Center City. I'm a teacher, I've been teaching for years. We can all levels welcome, whether you want to learn or you already speak. I can teach with my eyes closed, so I can give you a
Awesome. Anyone else? All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you all soon. Hopefully, it's with a Phillies win next time I see you.
Thank you, Larry.
Welcome.
1/6 this season or something.
I remember you telling me about just like bringing
A little bit of plug. Does it feel better?